Hey Stillwater, welcome to episode 35 of the Still Connect podcast, the show all about our amazing town, Stillwater, Oklahoma. This is your spot to plug in, hear some great stories, and feel a little more connected to our amazing community and the people in it. I'm your host, Denver Evans. I grew up right here in Stillwater, where I run my business, Stillwater Digital Marketing. Still Connect is a local, crowd-funded podcast where every week I share friendly chats with someone who's helping build community here in Stillwater. If you want to help share these stories, consider becoming a subscriber on Patreon for early access to episodes, sponsorship opportunities, and more. Speaking of new subscribers, we have 2 new subscribers for the podcast and 1 new business sponsor. Our new subscribers are Andy and also Chad Duncan. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast. And big thank you to our new business sponsor, Film in Oklahoma. I also want to mention our current business sponsor, Renovate Stillwater. I'm really excited about today's episode. I'm here with Kris Duncan with Duncan Catering. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about your business. What do you guys do?
So we do a little bit of everything. We're not a traditional catering company. We do 90 to 95% of our stuff is from scratch for one, but we also do snack mixes. We offer retail space to local independent folks, Arrow's Candle Company, Kurt Moore with his honey. We do hot lunches, hot dinners that you just come in, pick up, or order in advance.
Very
we do
nice.
custom bakery. So we do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how did you guys, so when I say you guys, who all runs the business?
So I'm the executive chef and baker. My husband, Chad, is the boss man. He does all of I call him the adult of the business because he does all the emails. He's who you call to place orders. You ask me how much something is, there's a really good chance I'm not going to know, but he's the money man. And then we also have our son, Dayton. He is my sous chef. He's been working with us since last October full time. And we've got a couple other guys that have just become like family, and they're all absolutely wonderful. And we couldn't do what we do without them.
Awesome. Love to hear that. So how did you all get started?
So 20 plus years ago, my mother and I actually started another local catering company. We did that for 10 years and then got out and sold it. And I swore I was done with food, and that lasted about 10 minutes. I did managerial restaurant stuff and then started working for OSU. And after a while, we had friends that found out my husband and I could cook. So they would call us and go, hey, we're having a party. We'll buy the food if you guys do all the cooking. Mm-hmm. And we're like, all right, cool. So after a couple of years, I just looked at my husband. I go, we're basically caterers for friends for free. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, yeah. And then after a year or so, I called him up at work. And I go, hey, I'm going to send you some logos. He goes, for what? I go, for our catering business. We have a catering business? Yes, we have a catering business.
We do now.
This is the email address. This is the Facebook page, Instagram, and I'm sending him all this stuff. And he goes, I need a month. I need a month to get to an accountant, so I can speak to a lawyer, get stuff figured out. I go, okay, you've got 2 weeks because I've already published our first menu, and I've already started taking orders. So after his little mini panic attack,
understandable.
We started out. Yeah, poor Chad a lot. There's a reason he's like all the time. Just for funsies, I love it when people go, did you see what your wife did? And he just rolls his eyes back and he's like, probably not. What'd she do? And he just braces for the worst. Because the most terrifying thing for him to hear is me to go, honey, I have the best idea.
Yeah. Yep.
He just cringes. But we hit the ground running. COVID had just gotten over the worst of it, I thought. He lost his job because of COVID still. And so he started doing it full time. I was still at OSU. And after about a year and a half, we were both able to go full time with the catering, and we were renting the Elks Lodge kitchen, and we grew out of that pretty quickly.
Okay.
We're blessed to find this spot at 5601 West 6th, the Old Pizza West.
Yep.
That's how everybody knows it. It's the Old Pizza West.
Yep.
And within a couple months, we were like, oh, we need more help. So we started hiring. Our son was our first guy because he's my original sous chef. He's been in the kitchen with me since he was a baby.
That's awesome.
And it's just hit the ground. We got in here, hit the ground running again, and it's just been full speed ahead.
Mm-hmm. So when people hear catering, like that, it sounds really broad. So, which I imagine means that you all do a lot of things.
We do a lot of things. We do everything from show up with the basics, meat, potato, salad, veggies, drop it off and leave. We do the full service plated. We do just dessert bars. We do grazing tables. So like the big charcuterie spreads,
Yeah,
we do
yeah.
those.
Very cool.
My husband actually has a lot of fun doing those.
Oh, yeah.
So that's his creative outlet, really, is those, and he gets excited finding new stuff to put on them because no two tables that we do are the same.
Right.
Like I said, we do the snack mixes. We do a lot of stuff with Finnegan's downtown. We're buddies with the owner there and the manager. So, like, we'll be there this weekend for their anniversary party.
Oh, cool.
We're doing bangers and mash, and I was in the middle of making pasties.
Oh, yeah?
So we'll have those. It's basically a British Hot Pocket.
Yeah.
But it's got beef, tomato, or potatoes, carrots, onions, all the good stuff in it, in a thick sauce.
Yeah. Okay, so quick pause. When you say you're in the middle of it, so just for a little bit of the kind of like behind the scenes of the podcast, I have this mobile podcast setup, of course, which is why we're here, and every episode is in a different space. But like you literally are just taking a quick break from work right now to have this conversation.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see the flour on me. I was like getting the dough and everything off of me before you got here, made a quick cup of coffee.
Yeah. So that's how this usually goes. It's usually we fit this into people's workday and just make it happen. And we just want to have a quick little opportunity to introduce all of you to you. So
to finish your question, we do stuff like that at Finnegan's. We do special events where we just go to someone's home and we host a big party. We do all the cooking, cleanup. Yeah. You just get to have fun and hang out with your guest. We've started doing tasting experiences here.
Nice.
We've got one coming up in October. I believe it's the 16th. We just posted it. It's a European tour. You get a 5-course meal with 5 different wines to taste.
Wow.
Paired with different entrees. And
that's fun.
those are a lot of fun for us.
Yeah.
Our team loves it because they all love to eat. It's not a requirement to work here, but it really helps that you love to eat.
Right.
But they love it. It's exciting for everybody. So we do, like I said, we do a little bit of everything. We're not traditional caterers. Traditional caterers go drop off the food or serve it and then come back, and that's pretty much their wheelhouse. We do, like I said, do a little bit of everything.
That's awesome. So what are you most proud of about your business?
Oh my goodness. The thing that I'm most proud of with our business is that we're able to do 90 to 95% of our food from scratch.
Wow.
Which a lot of people do what's called boil and bag. It's usually is still a great product, but it's in a plastic bag. They take it, they throw it in a hot well or a warmer, boil it in a pot of water. That's the boil and bag.
Yeah.
Open it, serve it, and boom, you're done. We actually have our own seasoning mixes. We make all but 2 of our salad dressings that we offer.
Wow.
All the bread that we make, or 98% of the bread, is from scratch. We make our own broths for our chicken noodle that we do on Wednesdays.
Wow.
Beef broth, bone broth, because we're going to start doing ramen bowls.
Oh,
just
fun.
as something to offer
Yeah.
when it's cold.
Yeah.
Because that's different.
Right.
And that also, being able to do everything from scratch that we do and having the variety. In one day, we're making beef stroganoff, Asian, we're doing chicken fried steak,
Yeah.
we're doing enchiladas, you name it.
So how do you keep track of it all? Do you keep track of it all?
I literally, week to week, I come in, I get my cup of coffee, because I live off of coffee, basically. And I sit down and I look over all the orders for the week, and we always have extra orders that come in through the week, which is such a blessing. And I just see what I'm going to be cooking, and I start getting prep lists and grocery lists and go from there. So it's like, okay, Trevor, I'm gonna need you to chop up 40 pounds of potatoes.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm gonna use 20 pounds for this, 5 pounds for this, and break it down. Dayton, hey, can you get these 80 pounds of chicken roasting?
Wow.
And it's, like I said, I have the best team. Trevor is a sous chef, so is our son Dayton. Those guys are my left and right arm. Sometimes I want to choke them with said arms, but I love those guys. Couldn't do it without them.
That's awesome. So people can come in here and they can just get a meal.
Yeah.
Or they can call in. What's the process for putting in a catering order?
So if you want to put in a catering order, we have everything from texting my husband, Chad, at our main number, the 405-880-4514, Facebook messages, Instagram messages, emails. We prefer emails or a phone call, but we take whatever comes in.
Right.
I've literally had people stop me when they see me in Walmart. And they're like, hey, I need a dozen cookies for this Friday. Are you good? Can you? And it's like, sure, let's go.
Yeah.
And I make sure they have a dozen cookies.
That's awesome.
Because, of course, I'm texting Chad, hey, put on our list. I need to have a dozen cookies for this.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys just moved into this location. Was that like a big step for you?
It was a massive step for us. It was like, I tell people it was like being at the top of a roller coaster where you are so excited, but you kind of want to throw up. You just have that adrenaline and you're like, this is going to be amazing, but I might pee. I don't know.
That's really funny. So when did you move in?
We got in here last July. We started moving in. We took over the lease and then we opened the doors August 1st.
Cool. So what did that process look like?
Oh my gosh.
I imagine it was very, there's just probably a lot going on all at once, right?
So it was trying to do catering orders out of partially completed kitchens.
Wow.
It was middle of summer and the sweat equity really came in then.
Yeah. Did you all have to do a lot to the space?
We didn't have to do a ton to the space, a lot of cleaning because it had been empty for a while.
Right.
Moved a lot of equipment in, pretty much all the equipment but the vent hood and the walk-in refrigerator we brought in.
Wow.
So it was a lot of elbow grease. We have some amazing friends that we're blessed to have that helped us. And it was, when we first got in here, I was like, oh, we're never going to fill this space up. And now I'm like, I need another 2,000 square feet.
Wow.
And 2 more walk-ins and a couple of freezers.
Yeah. Well, that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it's a great problem to have.
Yeah.
So
what is kind of the vision for the future of the business?
Well, my husband and I have different visions.
Okay.
My vision is to eventually move into a secondary space with an event venue so that we can have larger groups. Right now, we can do 20 to 25 in the space we're at now. I would like to do a much larger number. My husband just wants to expand where we're at. Like I said, when I say I have the greatest idea, he really panics.
Yeah.
A downtown secondary location would be great. I just love Stillwater.
So you guys actively looking for a space?
We are, but we aren't.
Yeah, you're just kind of keeping an eye out for what's available.
We're keeping an eye out. If the right spot pops up, we'll definitely jump on it, but just waiting to see what happens as things unfold when they should.
Absolutely. That's cool. So how did you all kind of come across the opportunity to move into this space? Was it just kind of keeping your eyes out? And
So when we have our date days, it usually involves us going grocery shopping.
Oh, yeah.
And we live on this side of town, and we would all the time drive by. And we're like, we don't see anybody there.
Right.
That's a great location. And I called a girlfriend of mine that works in real estate, Sandy McKnight, and I said, hey, can you find out anything about this spot? She was able to look up the owner's phone number and put me in touch, and they go, we were actually looking to rent it. And so within a couple of weeks, we were able to get in and just boom.
Oh, wow. A couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Dang. That was quick.
Yeah. We got a lease up and signed, and we were moving in.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's been a good space for you?
It has been a phenomenal space. We originally weren't even going to have this room. We were just going to stick to the other side. And then it was, hey, Ann, we need some more space.
Yeah.
And she indulges us.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's good. You have a good landlord?
Ann Barry is our landlord, and she is phenomenal. She's a very sweet lady.
Very good. So do you all host events here? Like if people want to rent out the space, they can?
We've not had anyone else rent out the space as of yet. We have a lot of ladies that like to come in and eat lunch because there's they can just sit and chit chat as long as they want. It's a dining space, not really a restaurant, but they'll come in, get their food, and just camp out for a couple hours and enjoy the day. We do experience dinners here. and those have gone really well.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, if anybody wants to, they're more than welcome to rent the space. But yeah.
Cool. So how long have you guys been in Stillwater?
We moved to Stillwater in 2021. We lived in Perkins previously.
Oh, yeah.
And
cool. So you're kind of from the area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I moved from Southern Kentucky in 89.
Oh, okay.
Which if I ever get mad and you hear me, you can really hear it.
The accent
Kentucky
comes out,
really
huh?
comes out. My husband moved here in 98 when he started at OSU as a freshman. That's actually when we met.
Cool. Very fun. So what have you thought about your time here in Stillwater?
I love Stillwater. I've been here long enough, over 20 years, because Perkins is a stone's throw away.
Right.
I absolutely love the Stillwater community. I have seen Stillwater through every tragedy that we've had, every independent tragedy, families losing a house, like the wildfires. Just, I have seen this community come together and support each other in a way that you don't see in other communities. And everyone in Stillwater, if they just hear that you're having a bad time, they're like, what can I do to help? And the majority of the people in this town are just so loving and caring and wonderful. You just could not pick a better place to live.
Well said. Very well said. Yep. That's awesome. What would you tell people who are thinking about starting a business in Stillwater? What advice would you give? Maybe what recommendations would you give?
Oh my goodness. Have a good support system, for one. We couldn't do what we do without our amazing support system. My husband's mom jokingly called her the Bank of Ruth because we've gotten a couple loans from her to get started and get equipment that we needed.
Mm-hmm.
We've had tremendous support from families and friends, sharing our posts on social media, referring us to customers. Get a good support system. That's key. Having a staple social media presence is important.
Very important. And
surround yourself with people that are growing, because they're going to drag you along one way or another.
Better to be dragged up.
Yes. Better be dragged up than dragged down. So be around people that are going to drag you up with them.
Yeah.
We've met a lot of really incredible small business owners in Stillwater as well. And it's another thing I love about Stillwater is so many small businesses. They're like, hey, I'm doing an open house. Bring some cookies, bring some of your cards.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to promote you guys. And then we actually have a little corner where we do the same, because we have brides and grooms that come in to book. They do wedding tastings. So we're able to say, hey, go to Whispers, check it out.
Right.
If you need
different
t-shirts
vendors or whatever.
Humble Hustle is great.
Yeah.
These venues are awesome.
Cool.
So we're able to support each other, and that's another part of our support system. But
yeah, I think there are a lot of small business owners who maybe look to larger organizations to do things for them, when really, if all of us kind of stick together, we are a big organization on our own.
Yes. And people forget, they think small businesses, they're like, oh, that's cute. I don't know what they envision. It's not an exaggeration that my husband and I work 60 plus hours a week. This is definitely a labor of love. I don't know any other small business owners that are working less than 50 hours a week.
Right.
But it doesn't seem that way because we love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
We're pulling those late nights, we're early mornings, but it's our heart. It's where our hearts are at.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like that. But people forget that small businesses are the ones that are going to support your kids' t-ball team. They're going to be the ones donating to your church fundraiser or to your organization fundraiser. They're the ones that are going to let you set up in their parking lot to sell things, or let your Boy Scout troop come sell stuff. They forget that we're the ones that are huge supporters of our community, because you don't see super chains on the back of little baseball jerseys.
Not usually.
You don't. They're not the ones taking food to shelters and law enforcement. They're the ones asking for their money. And we have a very firm philosophy since the day we opened. We don't believe it's right to ask support from a community that you're not going to support back. So we support Stillwater back as often as we can, as much as we can. and we don't advertise it because that's not why we do it. But we get such tremendous support from Stillwater.
Mm-hmm.
We can't help but give back. And people forget that about small businesses, that we're the ones donating and pulling together and supporting each other.
Again, very well said. Yeah, that's awesome. I love hearing the passion from small business owners, because I think, kind of like you said, sometimes people think about small business and they go, oh, that's cute. And like, no, we do this because we care about it more than, I wouldn't say anything, but most anything. We do it because we care about being a part of something bigger.
Yeah.
Where I think a lot of people almost like look to join something bigger to be a part of it. But when I hope people understand, like, the small business community in Stillwater,
it's tremendous,
is amazing. Like, Stillwater is an unbelievably entrepreneurial town, because, I mean, we just, in some sense, we kind of have this standard set for us. We have these huge national, international brands based in Stillwater. And, you know, you can run into those business owners like around town. Like, it's kind of a weird thing.
Yeah.
You know? But there's opportunity, and there's people, and like, we have, you know, Meridian Technology Center that has like the business incubator. And I know that OSU has a number of resources to help small businesses get started. And there are, again, just so many people who see the value in it. And Stillwater absolutely has the financial capacity to support more small businesses.
Oh, definitely.
And so it's about the decisions that you make with your dollar.
Yeah.
So, you know, do you go to Walmart to buy your cookies for the party? Or do you drive another quarter mile down the road and get it from a local business? Right.
Yeah.
And so if we want more local businesses, then we need to just spend our money there. And it might cost literally a couple more dollars, like an insignificant amount, really.
Do you want something that's been sitting on a shelf? Because I've had people, they're like, $36 for a dozen cupcakes. I can get a dozen cupcakes for $20 at Walmart. And I go, okay, well, you're welcome to. They go, but I want yours. I go, well, sorry. I go, here's the thing.
I'm not going to negotiate with you.
It's like, here's the thing. My cupcakes are made fresh for you.
Yep.
Not you and 287,000 of your closest friends.
Right.
They're not being shipped nationwide frozen. They're being baked fresh just for you.
Yeah.
And because we do as much from scratch as we do, we're able to accommodate a lot of dietary allergies and make it taste good.
and make it taste good. That's the important part.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about gluten-free if it tastes like cardboard.
Exactly. Or sugar-free.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And tastes like chemicals or
sadness.
Whatever.
You just say it tastes like sad. I made gluten-free vegan brownies for an event, and a lady actually argued with me that they couldn't be gluten-free because they tasted good.
Well, that's a good problem.
And I go, I promise you, they are completely gluten-free and vegan. And she's like, but they taste good. I go, I mean, I can try to make them taste bad if it'll make you feel better. She's like, no, it's just, I've not had this before. And I was like, oh, well, thank you. I mean, it was a tremendous compliment for me.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I tasted them and I was like, because there was no butter.
You can tell.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I can spot it. It's like that Dolly Parton scene in Steel Magnolias. I can spot a bottle job a mile away. I can spot no butter at 30 paces. It looks sad. And then you taste it.
But it tastes really good.
And I need the butter. I have friends that send me all the Paula Deen butter is everything memes.
Oh, yeah.
I get probably 10 of those a month.
I mean, butter's good.
Butter is everything.
Butter is everything. There we go. That's funny. So, well, before we wrap it up, any final thoughts about Stillwater, your business, anything you want people to know?
We'd love to see you. Come out, hang out, see what we've got to offer. We do our best to support other local businesses. If you've got a local business in Stillwater that you sell stuff, like Arrow's Candle Company offer their products in here.
Oh, cool. So you like carry other local businesses' products. Yep.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And we're in the talks with a couple other places to offer some of our snack mixes, and we call them Duncan Crunchies. They're
Okay,
like
well,
a certain.
we're not wrapping up yet anymore then, because you're going to have to go into more detail about the Duncan Crunchies.
The Duncan Crunchies, they are like a certain nugget that you can get at big chain gas stores, but they're made from scratch.
Yeah.
They're made here. Caramel, sweet heat, and white chocolate. And those are pretty popular. I've actually had a couple people say they need to join a club for support. They're like, I need a,
because
I
they
need
eat
a
too many of
support
them.
group for this. And we don't take them home
Yeah.
because we will eat them.
I mean, if they're that good, it's little usually
I'll send
a little
you with
bit
the bag.
too. Oh gosh, maybe just a single one. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, cool. Yeah, I think back to you carrying other people's stuff. I think that's just part of that small business community. Yeah. I mean, I know a bunch of people. I have a friend who has a freeze drying business, and they're looking at places to carry their stuff around town. And another company, do you know Good Grub with Grace? It's a husband and wife, Mac and Erica Anderson. We go to church with them, but we've seen them at Market 34 on Saturday mornings. And but they make like seasonings and snacks are kind of like their two big things.
Yeah.
But again, same thing, right? They their products are in oh gosh, the boutique downtown.
405?
No, of course I said the boutique downtown, and there's like 20 of them. Bloom with Grace.
Yes.
That's what it is. I'm going to cut out all that dead space in between there. But yeah, so they have their products in Bloom with Grace. And so it's just that support of, hey, you know what? I've got 2 extra square feet.
Yeah.
You can put up a rack with your product. And if people buy, do a consignment or whatever, however they decide. Thrive Flower Farm is the same way. You've probably seen their stuff everywhere. They have, Typo.
I love Typo Market.
Aspen.
It's so cute.
And of course, I hope they're still at all these places. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But they just have their flowers and they have their little QR code and they just set them there and people grab them and you pay on the QR code. You don't pay at the business, but those businesses just kind of give them those couple of extra square feet. And hey, now people can find fresh, locally grown flowers around town. And how cool is that?
Love that.
Yeah. And so same thing, with you guys having little boxes to put around places. And
Era's Candle Company, that was a night at Finnegan's. I was sitting down chatting with Hunter, and I go, you know what would be great? And I could just feel my husband go, ugh. And we just start bouncing ideas off each other. And Hunter and I get really excited, and Chad just cringes internally. But Hunter actually developed 2 candles just for Duncan Catering.
Oh, wow.
After our cinnamon rolls and our salted caramel double chocolate chip cookies.
Wow.
So that was...
That sounds like it smells really good.
That was a night at Finnegan's.
Sorry, guys. You can't smell through a podcast.
Sorry. But you can come just sniff candles.
Yeah. Yep. So we had a question from a subscriber. They were wondering how you plan your food purchases around your orders. Is it like you receive an order and then you order all of the food? Do you keep a certain amount on hand based on kind of what you regularly go through? Like, how do you guys juggle all of the orders?
So we had our biggest event to date in March. We had 1,300 people.
Wow.
For the OSU Staff Appreciation Day.
Oh my God. And you guys catered the whole thing?
We catered the whole thing ourselves. When we kind of auditioned for it, I was like, all right, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You probably won't get it.
Right.
And then my husband, he was like, so I have some good news. And I'm like, okay, great. He goes, we got the OSU Staff Appreciation Day. I go, huh?
That's terrifying.
I do the majority of the cooking.
Yeah.
So I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? We got 1,300 people. He's like, yeah. So I sat down and I started doing the math because you get an idea as to serving size.
Right.
And so I just said, okay, average person eats 3 to 4 ounces of pasta times 1,300 with a little buffer. So I need to order 280 pounds, let's say 300 pounds of pasta.
Oh my gosh.
And 120 gluten-free, yeah. So I'll get 40 pounds of gluten-free pasta. I'm going to be making a lot of sauce. So I know 60 pounds of crushed tomatoes makes this much, and I'm going to need
60
this.
pounds of crushed tomatoes.
I go through that in a week.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I actually, on some weeks, I go through about 60 pounds of butter.
Oh, wow.
And the week of Thanksgiving, I go through about 90 to 120. But yeah, you just sit down, you figure out how much you're going to need based on that order. And then I always do a buffer because it seems to come in waves. Like one group orders Italian, and then it seems like every other group wants Italian. And then a month later, we'll have someone order chicken enchiladas, and then everyone seems to want chicken enchiladas.
Yeah. So do you think that's like orders sprouting off of those other orders?
I have no
or
idea.
just like coincidence?
It's like the phase of the moon. I don't know. It's crazy though. But yeah, we just figure out servings, and then I always do a buffer. I raised a farm kid with a big appetite.
Mm-hmm.
So I just assume everyone eats like he does.
It's probably a safe assumption.
It's a safe assumption.
Because I've seen some people hit catering tables like 2 or 3 times when they
Yeah.
aren't supposed to.
Yeah, which we plan for that.
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say if you're going to have 100 people, don't tell us you're ordering for 50.
Right.
'Cause
Right.
that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you order typically in catering, if someone orders for 100 servings of food, you go to like 110, 115 just to be safe.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But yeah, we just take the amount of servings, do a buffer, and then go up a little bit just to make sure, because stuff does happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I know on a given week I'm going to go through about 60 pounds of chicken thighs.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds like this huge amount, and I'm like,
it's pretty big compared to the average, family
Yeah.
who maybe buys like 10 to 20 pounds of meat a week.
if that.
If that, even that's quite a bit. It just depends, I guess, on like number of kids and how old kids are and stuff like that. But
Yeah, my son, he would eat like a lineman. The amount of food that my mom made for a family of 4, and we always had leftovers. I would make that amount, and there were no leftovers. People would ask, they were like, what do you guys do with all your You have a lot of leftovers, right? It's just 3 of you. And I'm like, what's a leftover?
what is a leftover?
Our son eats like he's never going to eat again.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what a leftover is. A 2-pound meatloaf. There is no leftover.
That's funny. So what do you all do if you cater an event and there end up being a lot of leftovers? Do you just kind of that's up to the people at the organization, or?
So let's say we cater your wedding.
Right.
And there's a ton of there's food left over.
Mm-hmm.
Legally, once it leaves our kitchen, it's done.
Okay.
We can't bring it back here, portion it up,
Yeah.
and use it for anything. So we first ask the customers, like, hey, do you guys want this? And honestly, with a lot of events, they're like, I don't want to mess with this.
Right, because it's not like you guys are bringing a bunch of to-go boxes or something.
Yeah. If they want to keep it, we bring a waiver that says, all right, now if you leave this in your back seat for 8 hours and then you get sick, that's not our fault.
Yeah.
But a majority of the people, I'd say at least 90% of the people are just like, no, just donate it.
Okay, cool.
And our first group, we take as much as we can to Mission of Hope.
Awesome.
Payne County Youth Services, but we really do a lot with local law enforcement.
Good deal.
OSUPD, Stillwater, and Payne County. ER nurses see us a couple times a month at least.
Nice.
So we share the love. We let our staff take any food that they want to. Keep it food safe, of course.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
we tend to go to local law enforcement and first responders because a lot of the time, those guys don't get to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're like scrounging for stuff at a gas station at 2 a.m. because they haven't eaten for 12 hours and it's calf fry and they know they're not going to eat for another 5 or 6.
No kidding.
So we'll just call up, run food down, and they can have a hot meal.
Very cool. Yeah, that's great. I was talking to Grace Welch with the chamber the other day.
I love Grace.
She's really nice. Yeah. And she was talking about how she's actually on the board at Mission of Hope and was talking about just kind of like the need and all of that. So that's cool to hear that you guys donate excess food there.
We do as much as we can.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, and when you're dealing with a leftover situation, like it might be half a pan. It might be multiple, it could be any quantity. So of course it's not like,
I mean, there have been times that we rolled up and it's like, okay, we've got 15 pans of food Because we had 7 events today.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got leftovers from all of the events. And it could be 4 pans of salad, but it's like, okay, we've got 5 casseroles. We've got some cake. Are you guys good with mac and cheese?
Yeah.
So they get quite an assortment.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome that you guys do that. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to Still Connect. I hope you enjoyed that conversation with Kris. Be sure to check out Duncan Catering on all their social media, linked in the show notes below, as well as the podcast social media for highlights, updates, and more. Also, be sure to share the podcast with all of your Stillwater friends so that we can grow the podcast and our community. If you love hearing Stillwater stories come to life, I would really appreciate your support on Patreon. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you can help grow the podcast, plus get early access to episodes, behind-the-scenes looks, and a shout-out on a show. Higher tiers let you submit questions for upcoming guests, receive podcast merch, and even appear on an episode yourself. Every bit of support helps grow this community and keeps local stories front and center. Together, we can keep Stillwater connected, one conversation at a time. Before we go, I want to thank our Stillwater patron, Darren Huddleston, and our 2 business sponsors, Renovate Stillwater and Film in Oklahoma. And remember, we all need community. So even when life gets busy, make sure you still connect.